State of New California, notice to all Californians, Grievance 47. We're in Vista, California at the county courthouse. It is December 11th, 2018. New California is a new state in development exercising its constitutional right to form from the state of California. The process to form New California is authorized and codified in Article 4, Sections 3 and 4 of the United States Constitution. Statement of intent. Citizens of New California have decided to remedy the abuse of power by the government of California by exercising their right to form a new state provided in United States Constitution, Article 4, Sections 3 and 4. We are determined to live under a state government in the United States of America and under the Constitution of the United States. New California Declaration of Independence, January 15, 2018 states, whenever any form of government becomes destructive, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it and to institute new government. When a long train of abuses and acts to seize and hold the people's power without legal authority and pursuing invariably the same object that clearly demonstrates a design to reduce them under absolute despotism, it is their right, it is their duty to throw off such government and to provide new guards for their future security. Preamble of the new California State Constitution states, we, the representatives of the undersigned counties within the state of California, do acknowledge and humbly invoke the favor of Almighty God for continued civil and religious liberty to ourselves and our posterity. First Amendment of the United States Constitution states, Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press or the right of the people peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. The counties of New California bring forward 95 grievances to be announced in public on Tuesdays at 11 a.m. State of New California, grievance number 47. Declaration of grievance, statement of facts. The people of California are suffering from a tyrannical communist state government which fails to provide a Republican form of governance, enables and supports across its southern border the invasion of the United States of America by illegal foreign nationals, and protects vicious criminals who commit outrageous acts of violence upon the citizens of America, all caused by a government of and for a monoparty system led by a tyrannical dictator who openly defies federal law. California state government is in direct violation of the following. United States Constitution, Article 4, Section 4. The United States shall guarantee to every state in this union a republican form of government and shall protect each of them against invasion and on application of the legislature or of the executive when the legislature cannot be convened against domestic violence. California State Constitution, Article 1, Declaration of Rights, Section 1, subsection .32. Article 1 adopted in 1879. All people are by nature free and independent and have inalienable rights. Among these are enjoying and defending life and liberty, acquiring, possessing, and protecting property, and pursuing and obtaining safety, happiness, and privacy. Mass Yellow Vest Revolt is now the order of the day. The California Communist Governor, the monoparty government, along with their associates at the county and city levels, are engaging in mass sustainability fraud, which is being implemented all over California. The United Nations Agenda 21 and 2030 Agenda plans for sustainability were adopted by the United States in 1992. Many nations around the world have embraced this totalitarian plan, including the state of California. Now, in 2018, the plans have matured and their true totalitarian design can be fully seen. In France, a full-blown revolt against the fraud perpetrated by the United Nations is in the works. The people in France are suffering the same injustices as Californians under the totalitarian edicts, where the end game for their sustainability plan is to reduce the population of humans on the planet from 7 billion to 500 million. The tools to do such monstrous activities are provided by the United Nations and their local extensions known as ICLE, aka as Local Governments of Sustainability. a global network of 1,500 cities, towns, and regions. They impact 25% of the global urban population. Most of the cities, towns, and regions involved in the ICLE are found in California. Chuck DeVore, Vice President of National Initiatives at the Texas Public Policy Foundation and former California Assemblyman, wrote, "The Yellow Vests revolt is largely middle-class people who earn their living by driving and who commute to get to work. The cause of their ire is a scheduled 25 cents per gallon increase in gas taxes and about 10 cents on diesel to fight climate change." French President Macron, deeply unpopular, just reversed course on the new green tax. Parisians are already paying about $7.06 per gallon for gasoline, almost half of that in taxes. If Paris streets burn over a proposed 25 cents per gallon climate change tax, imagine the global conflagration over a $49 per gallon tax. The economic wreckage of such a punitive tax would plumage the global economy into a permanent depression, and that's assuming politicians could enact such a huge tax increase over the will of their voters. The violent protests in France were fueled by intense frustration felt by a middle class that sees itself squeezed. They don't earn enough to be part of the elite unconcerned with fuel taxes, but they work hard enough that they don't qualify for the generous welfare benefits handed out to the nation's poor and to newly arrived immigrants from Africa and the Middle East. The oppression felt in all aspects of California life today are the result of the Agenda 21 and 2030 agendas. While we in New California State have a U.S. Constitution to provide guidance to a new state, the French do not. The French people are now in open revolt against the same totalitarian plans as we New Californians. New Californians stand with the Yellow Vests. Insurrection. The government of California, the current governor, and the monoparty system, along with local officials, are following a coordinated design with the intent to actively engage in acts of insurrection against the U.S. Constitution. The Insurrection Act of 1807 is a United States federal law that governs the ability of the President of the United States to deploy military troops within the United States to put down lawlessness, insurrection, and rebellion. Illegal acts and tactics. Utilizing Marxist, Leninist, and Maoist revolutionary tactics, the communist California governor, monoparty system, and local government officials support and celebrate these tactics as a means to introduce and subvert all aspects of California government and civil society in an attempt to destroy the state of California and break down the sovereignty of the United States of America. Acts of secession. Therefore, the California Communist government, in conjunction with the Communist State Executive, instituted wherever the current Communist governor has usurped power, has created a reign of terror on United States citizens living in California with the intent to secede from the United States of America and thus destroy the very union of states which secures our liberty and freedom. Abdication of authority. Betrayal by the sitting communist governor of California, the monoparty legislature, and local elected officials is evidence of abdication of their responsibilities of authority and sovereignty over the state and citizens of the United States living in California. The citizens of New California State pray for the President to exercise his authority under the Insurrection Act of 1807 to end the tyranny being foisted upon the United States citizens living in California State. This concludes these proceedings. NewCaliforniaState.com is the website. The phone number is 877-828-2753.